both audiovisual recording and audio recording in social research are only a little more than 60 years old. The very first audio tape made to study ordinary conversation among people was made by a man named Soskin and Vera John Steiner, who some of you may know of her work. Vera is still alive, but I think his name was Ed Soskin, and Vera John audio taped two people talking to each other in 1949. After the war, there began to become some recording equipment that had been developed during the war available. And what they did was they put this big recorder in a rowboat at a summer camp that the University of Chicago used to run somewhere near Waukegan on the Lake Michigan shore. And they had a battery running it that was the size of an automobile battery, right? And this whole thing weighed like 50 or 60 pounds. They put it in the rowboat, and the newlywed couple were in the rowboat. The husband was rowing, and the wife was riding. This was that long ago. That was gender-appropriate role relationships. And the husband is rowing with his face to the stern of the boat, and this is, wherever this was, it was near where the ferry came across from the Michigan shore to the Wisconsin shore, and the wife is saying, "The ferry is coming, get the hell out of here," And so they got some spontaneous speech that was really quite vivid, apparently. But that's 1949, and they didn't publish a report of it until an edited book volume that came out in 1963, right? So this is, even audio recording is that young. And audio-visual recording didn't get done for social research purposes until 1956. Interestingly, at the Center for Advanced Study in the Behavioral Sciences on the Stanford campus, just up the hill looking down over Leland Stanford's former farm, by coincidence. And I'm going to discuss that in a minute. But first I want to show you just a little bit of silent film that was made right before that by Jürgen Reusch and Alan Keyes, who were collaborating with Gregory Bateson at this time in a group that was studying social interaction, and they were starting to develop an approach to family therapy. This just shows you some of what the visual image can do, even if you don't have sound. About 1955, maybe 54, Jürgen Reusch and Weldon Keyes. Think of the kind of information that's here about social interaction. One of my teachers, Edward T. Hall, studied things like this. And so did Irving Goffman. And Goffman worked with Reusch and Keyes at this time. There's an approach. An invitation to play that has no uptake from the cat. Okay. I think this is the Berkeley campus in like 1954. Okay, there's an approach. This is a different kind of approach. I think this is maybe Telegraph Avenue. This poor communist is trying to get people to take his paper. Look at the cars. Right? So, but there's a lot of information here. If you wanted to really look closely and in slow motion repeatedly at these approaches, you could get quite a bit of information.